Disclaimer. I wouldn't call this a Morse code tutorial video. It's really just me showing you a cool way you can learn Morse code. But if you did want to learn Morse code from this video, here's a cheat sheet. Feel free to pause here before I pop up in front of it in 3, 2, 1. Not sponsored, by the way. With that out of the way, this is a cool little site I came across a few months ago. It's one of Google's experiments, but we're not here for its history. Now, it might say it was meant for Android and iOS, but we do not care about that, because the desktop version works perfectly well enough. You can see here it shows you how it works. You can skip that here if you'd like. And just like the title itself said, it shows you pictures to help you memorize Morse code letters. And you just have to repeat the Morse code for those to it. As you carry on, it gets some numbers as well and other symbols. Now, those pictures give me a pretty neat idea. What if you struggle with a letter? Like, maybe when the picture doesn't make sense to you. Well, you could try and come up with your own picture to draw. Now, you do not at all have to be a good artist for that, as long as what you draw makes sense to you. For instance, for me, E is an I. This side says E is an I. But the letter I for insect that this side shows me also shows that the I is the insect's eyes. I is eyes then. The word I doesn't start with I, but the pronunciation helps, right? So here is I, eyes. But what if you're worried then that you can mix up E and I after that? Well, why not just say E is egg? Because E is one dot, and that's one clumsy stroke with a mouse. One egg. Right? So I'm just naming these as a few examples of things you could do. But you don't have to take that step. Just this site alone should be enough to learn. Maybe you can learn these decently quickly. In my opinion, 26 steps is not too much. But don't feel bad if you can't learn these quickly. Learning does take a bit of effort and putting your mind to it. So maybe it's not actually that easy. Maybe it's actually kind of hard. Anyway, I've now shown you what I wanted to show you, which is the site. I'm not going to go much more in depth from there. There are more in-depth videos on this, for example this one by Vsauce, and I put that in the description of this video. The description also contains a link to the site I'm using here, and that's that. Thank you for watching.